You might be asking yourself, could this really be worth anything, or how do I even know if I have a rare coin? Hold that thought, because by the end of this journey, you'll not only understand its extraordinary value but also how coins like this can transform ordinary lives into extraordinary legacies. Let's start at the beginning. The 1968 Lincoln penny is part of the Lincoln cent series, a coin that has been circulating in American pockets since 1909. But what sets this particular coin apart is its mint mark, S, representing the San Francisco Mint, combined with an error that makes collectors and investors alike practically salivate. Errors can take many forms: double dies, off-center strikes, or misaligned features, but each anomaly is a story frozen in metal, a glitch that turned a humble coin into a rare treasure. Imagine thousands of pennies minted that year, yet only a handful carry the perfect combination of rarity and condition to capture the eyes of the most discerning collectors. The excitement here is palpable because each coin has the potential to fetch a jaw-dropping sum in today's market. Now, let's pause for a second. You might be thinking, isn't it just a penny? How could it possibly be worth anything significant? And I get it, our minds are trained to see pennies as trivial. But here's the twist: history, scarcity, and collector obsession turn these seemingly insignificant pieces of copper into multi-$1,000, and even $100,000, investments. How many times have you picked up a penny without realizing you were holding a fortune in your hand? What if your next pocket change held the key to a life you've always dreamed of: financial freedom, the ability to travel, to invest, to live without limits? The fear of missing out on such an opportunity is real, and it's what drives collectors to pay top dollar at auctions, coin shops, and online marketplaces across the United States. Think about this: you walk into your local coin dealer, and on the counter lies a pristine 1968 Lincoln penny, its luster untouched, the S mint mark sharp and clear. How do you even begin to sell it? How do you ensure you're getting the maximum value? The truth is, selling rare coins isn't just about walking into a store and hoping for the best. It's about knowing the market, understanding grading systems, and connecting with buyers who appreciate the history and scarcity behind each coin. Ask yourself, have I checked if my coin is uncirculated or proof? Could a certified grading from a reputable company elevate its value from hundreds to tens of thousands? These questions aren't just important, they're critical if you want to maximize your return. Now, let's talk numbers, because that's where the real excitement comes in. While standard 1968 pennies might be worth just a few cents, the 1968 Lincoln 1 cent with notable errors can command extraordinary prices. In top condition, collectors have paid eye-popping sums for a single coin, sums that most of us would never imagine holding in our hands. How would it feel to sell a coin that you once dismissed as a simple penny for the equivalent of a luxury car, or even a house? It's not fantasy, it's real, and the market is brimming with enthusiasts willing to pay premium prices for pieces of American history. You may be wondering, how do I even begin selling rare coins in the USA, or where do I find trustworthy buyers who won't lowball me? First, knowledge is power. Educate yourself on grading, learn the current market values, and always seek multiple offers. Auctions, both online and in person, can create competitive bidding environments that drive prices to their absolute maximum. And don't underestimate the role of certified grading services. They validate authenticity and condition, which are key to commanding high prices. Ask yourself, am I ready to turn pocket change into a strategic investment? Could this tiny coin be your ticket to joining the world of elite collectors and investors? But let's not get lost in theory, here's where it gets exhilarating. Imagine attending a coin auction where bids are flying in, hearts racing, and then, your 1968 Lincoln penny comes up. The auctioneer's gavel hovers, and suddenly, the bid is not just hundreds but tens of thousands of dollars. That thrill, that moment of recognition and reward, is why collectors pursue these coins relentlessly. It's not just money, it's prestige, it's legacy, it's the excitement of owning a tangible piece of history that few ever will. And you could be part of that exclusive circle. Now, let's reset for a moment. Did you know that many rare coins are discovered in the most unexpected places? Attics, drawers, even jars of loose change, hidden treasures waiting to be recognized. How many times have you dismissed a coin as ordinary, only to find later it's worth a fortune? Humor me for a second. Imagine finding a 1968 penny behind the couch cushions. One moment it's lint and dust, the next, it's a life-changing discovery. That pattern interrupt, that jolt of realization, is exactly what keeps collectors on the hunt, and it's exactly what could be waiting in your own home. Returning to the story, it's essential to understand the emotional and financial connection that drives demand. Collectors are not just looking for coins, they're chasing history, legacy, and rarity. The 1968 Lincoln penny isn't just copper and metal, it's a symbol of American craftsmanship and the unexpected surprises life can bring. How much would you value a coin that represents both history and wealth? What would it mean for you to hold something that others desire, something that could transform your financial future in an instant? These questions stir the heart and mind, creating urgency and excitement that no ordinary investment can replicate. Here's another key point: selling is an art. How you present your coin, the story you attach to it, and the credibility you establish can dramatically influence the final price. Imagine submitting your 1968 penny to an auction or collector, along with its certification and history. Suddenly, what was once a humble coin becomes a centerpiece, a coveted item commanding attention and top bids. Ask yourself, have I told my coin's story in a way that maximizes its value? Could one overlooked detail mean the difference between a modest sum and a fortune? As we move toward the conclusion, consider this: coins like the 1968 Lincoln penny are in high demand, and the window of opportunity is limited. Every year, collectors search tirelessly, yet very few find coins in pristine condition. How often do you get a chance to sell something rare, something in perfect condition, to buyers who understand its true value? How many times have you missed opportunities because you didn't realize what you were holding? The urgency is real, and the reward for acting wisely is equally immense. Finally, the 1968 Lincoln 1-cent penny stands as more than a coin. It's a reminder that extraordinary wealth can come from the most ordinary places. It challenges us to pay attention, to learn, to seek out the rare and the valuable, and to act decisively when opportunity arises. From pocket change to millions, the journey is not just about money, it's about recognizing potential, embracing excitement, and stepping into a world where history and fortune collide. Could this humble penny be your key to financial freedom, to auctions where collectors compete for your coin, to living a life of wealth and opportunity? The answer, my friend, might just be in your hands. Imagine holding a small coin in your hand, a coin that millions of others pass by without a second thought. Yet, this tiny piece of metal could be worth more than your imagination dares to dream. Yes, today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating treasures hidden in everyday life, the 1985 Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, an American classic that's not just a coin but a potential doorway to wealth. Have you ever wondered if the spare change jingling in your pocket could actually be worth thousands, or even tens of thousands of dollars? What if I told you that one small discovery, one rare error coin, could transform your life and your financial future forever? Let's start at the beginning. The 1985 Lincoln penny is already familiar to many collectors. Struck at the Denver Mint, it was a part of the iconic Lincoln Cent series, continuing a legacy that began in 1909. But here's where it gets truly exciting: some of these coins carry errors, tiny, almost invisible mistakes made during the minting process. And in the world of numismatics, errors can mean massive value. Picture this: a penny, something most of us barely notice, can be a ticket from your cluttered drawer straight into a collector's vault, where it could fetch prices that leave your jaw on the floor. Curious how something so ordinary could be extraordinary? Now, you might be asking yourself, what makes this 1985 Lincoln 1-cent penny error so special? The answer lies in rarity and demand. These are not your run-of-the-mill pennies. They could be double dies, off-center strikes, or coins with unusual plating or die cracks, each one unique, each one potentially worth more than you ever imagined. And here's a secret: the rarer the error, the more competitive the bidding. Imagine a collector spotting your coin, eyes widening, heart racing, knowing that they may have just found a gem worth big money. Wouldn't you want to be on the other side of that auction paddle, holding your coin proudly, knowing it's about to change hands for a fortune, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, you need to know how to identify these coins. Take a closer look. Does the date look slightly off? Are the letters in Lincoln unusually thick or thin? Is the D mint mark misaligned or doubled? These are subtle differences, but they matter immensely. The thrill of discovery is unmatched, the excitement of holding something that could be worth thousands of dollars. Now ask yourself, how many pennies have you tossed aside, thinking they were worthless, when in fact they were tiny powerhouses waiting to be claimed? And here's a humorous thought: how many times have you cursed a vending machine for stealing your coin, only to realize that same coin could have made you rich? It's almost poetic justice. The universe has a funny way of rewarding the observant, the patient, and the daring. But this isn't just about luck, it's about knowledge, strategy, and timing. Knowing how to sell old, rare coins, knowing where to showcase them, and understanding the market can make all the difference between a forgotten penny and a life-changing windfall. Speaking of selling, let's talk about your options. How can someone like you turn a coin from a curiosity into cash? First, you can visit professional coin shops, those gleaming establishments that smell faintly of history and possibility. Ask yourself, how do you approach them? How do you negotiate the best price without selling yourself short? And what about online auctions? Some coins have fetched staggering sums in auction houses, turning ordinary collectors into millionaires practically overnight. Picture your 1985 D Lincoln penny at one of these auctions, the gavel coming down, and the room erupting as the winning bid shatters expectations. The thrill, the adrenaline, the fear of missing out, it's intoxicating, but perhaps the most important question is, how do you make money from coins safely and wisely? Start by learning. Educate yourself about minting errors, market trends, and coin grading. A coin graded as uncirculated or high mint state could fetch far more than a worn-out counterpart. Think of it like wine or art: the better the condition, the higher the value. And remember, timing is everything. The coin market can spike suddenly, driven by collectors, nostalgia, or even social trends. Could your 1985 D Lincoln penny be on the verge of a massive surge in demand? Only those who pay attention will know. Let's step back for a moment. Imagine walking into your attic, sifting through old jars and boxes, and finding a coin that stops you cold. Your heart races. Could this be the coin everyone's talking about in collector circles? Could this be your moment, the moment when ordinary change becomes extraordinary fortune? The very idea that something you've overlooked for decades could make you rich is both exhilarating and terrifying. But fear is a friend here. It's the fear of missing out, the urgency that pushes you to act, to check every penny, to seek the truth behind each mint mark. Now, think about the story this coin tells. Every scratch, every gleam, every error is a silent testimony to history. It's more than metal, it's a piece of the past, a fragment of America, and a tangible reminder that value often hides in plain sight. And here's a question for you: if you could unlock that story, if you could realize its potential, would you seize the chance or let it slip away? There's an almost cinematic quality to this moment, a crescendo of discovery, anticipation, and possibility that builds as you prepare to enter the world of rare coin sales. Let's talk about demand. The 1985 D Lincoln penny errors are highly sought after, not just by collectors but by serious investors. Why? Because rare coins represent a unique asset class, portable, tangible, and historically proven to appreciate over time. While stocks and real estate fluctuate, a true numismatic treasure maintains its allure and its value. Ask yourself, are you ready to leverage that demand? Are you prepared to navigate the market and position your coin where it commands top dollar? Remember, knowledge, timing, and presentation are everything. And speaking of presentation, how do you make your coin irresistible to buyers? Grading is essential. A professionally graded coin instantly signals authenticity and quality, creating confidence among buyers. High-quality photography, detailed descriptions, and understanding your audience, all of these elements contribute to maximizing your return. Imagine posting your 1985 D Lincoln penny online or presenting it in a high-profile auction, knowing that collectors are already salivating over its potential. The excitement, the tension, the bidding war, it's like watching a thriller unfold, only this time, you're the protagonist. You might be thinking, this sounds complicated. Is it really worth it? Absolutely. Every year, rare coins sell for tens of thousands, sometimes even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And the thrill isn't just financial, it's personal. Holding a piece of history, recognizing its rarity, and understanding its value brings an almost magical satisfaction. And yes, there's urgency here. The longer a coin sits undiscovered, the longer potential wealth goes untapped. Your 1985 D. Lincoln penny could be sitting right under your nose, waiting to deliver a life-changing moment. How long will you wait before checking? So, what's the final takeaway? Your pocket change may not be so ordinary after all. A 1985 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny, especially one with a minting error, could be your gateway from everyday life into a world of luxury, opportunity, and financial empowerment. The questions are simple yet profound. How do you sell old, rare coins in the USA? How do you navigate auctions and coin shops to get maximum value? How do you transform a dusty penny into a fortune? And most importantly, how do you seize the moment before someone else does? Imagine reaching into your pocket and finding something that could instantly change your life, a simple coin, worn by time, yet potentially worth more than most of us earn in a year. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of one of the most coveted coins in American numismatics, the 1986 no-mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, an error coin that has collectors and investors alike chasing with a fervor that borders on obsession. You may be asking yourself, could a coin in my change really be worth thousands, maybe even millions, of dollars? The answer may surprise you. Let's start with a story that might feel like it's pulled straight from a movie. Picture this. A retired school teacher cleaning out her attic finds an envelope filled with loose change from decades past. She flips through, and suddenly, among the ordinary pennies, one glints in a way that commands attention. It's a 1986 Lincoln 1-cent penny, but something's different. It has no mint mark. At first glance, it seems like a trivial difference. But in the world of coin collecting, small details like this can be life-changing. How could a simple omission from a minting process turn a humble penny into a treasure worth tens of thousands, maybe more? This is where the magic, and the urgency, begins. The 1986 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is rare because it slipped through the cracks of the U.S. Mint's production lines. It's a striking reminder that sometimes, the most extraordinary opportunities hide in plain sight. Every collector, every investor dreams of stumbling upon such a rarity. Now, imagine being that person. Imagine having the key to a hidden fortune in your own pocket. The excitement, the anticipation, the fear of letting such a gem slip through your fingers, it's almost palpable, but let's pause for a moment. Have you ever wondered why some coins skyrocket in value while others remain just coins? The answer lies in scarcity, condition, and demand. The 1986 no-mint Mark penny is scarce, often in pristine condition, and highly sought after by collectors across the country. Its value is not static, it fluctuates with market demand, and right now, it's in high demand. Have you considered that even coins from your pocket change, if carefully inspected, might contain these hidden treasures? Could that handful of pennies you tossed aside this morning hold a fortune? It's not a joke, this happens more often than you think. Now, you may be wondering, how do I even begin to sell something like this? Where do I go? How do I ensure I get maximum value? These questions are crucial. Selling rare coins is not like selling an old book or a piece of jewelry. It requires understanding the market, connecting with trusted auction houses, and sometimes, knowing when to hold and when to let go. The process can be intimidating, but it's also exhilarating. How do you transform your pocket change into a serious source of income? How do you navigate the world of rare coin auctions without getting overwhelmed or shortchanged? Here's where the excitement peaks. In recent years, coins like the 1986 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny have fetched astronomical prices at auction, figures that many would consider impossible for something so small, so seemingly ordinary. The key is timing and presentation. Coins in excellent condition, graded and authenticated, can command prices that defy imagination. Imagine holding in your hand a coin worth more than a car, more than a luxury vacation, more than you might earn in a decade. The power of knowing that your old coins could unlock such wealth is intoxicating, isn't it? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Selling rare coins is both an art and a science. Have you thought about the difference between selling to a private collector versus an auction house? How do you determine the true market value of your coin? These are questions that every potential seller must face. And the answer often lies in professional grading services, online marketplaces, and trusted numismatic experts who can guide you through the process, ensuring you receive top dollar for your rare finds. It's a journey from uncertainty to clarity, from hidden potential to realized fortune. Let's insert a moment of humor here, because even in high-stakes investing, a little levity keeps you sharp. Imagine showing your friends a worthless penny, and their jaw dropping when you tell them it's valued at the price of a small house. They might ask, "Are you serious?" And you get to smile, knowing that yes, it's real, and it could have been theirs if they had paid attention to the tiny details all along. It's a pattern interrupt, a reminder that life-changing opportunities often hide where we least expect them. Returning to the story, you might now be thinking, "I want to get started. How do I know if I even have something valuable? How do I avoid mistakes that could cost me thousands?" The first step is awareness. Start by examining every coin, especially those from the 1980s. Look for anomalies, missing mint marks, unusual strikes, or variations in color and weight. Even coins in circulated condition can be worth serious money if they have rare errors. The excitement lies not just in the potential monetary value but in the thrill of discovery. Could that coin you found in your desk drawer today be tomorrow's headline in a numismatic journal? And speaking of headlines, consider this: collectors are actively hunting these coins. Demand is soaring. Auction houses in the US have seen bidding wars erupt over single pennies that check all the boxes: rarity, condition, provenance. This is where fear and urgency meet opportunity. If you delay, someone else could snap up what might be your golden ticket. How do you ensure you don't miss out? How do you position your coins to attract the right buyers and achieve the highest possible price? Timing, strategy, and expert guidance are everything. Let's pause and reflect on the emotional journey here. From curiosity to discovery, from excitement to urgency, selling rare coins is not just a transaction, it's a transformative experience. Imagine the sense of empowerment when you realize that your coin collection, your overlooked pocket change, is more than sentimental, it's financial freedom waiting to be claimed. How do you turn that potential into reality? How do you move from the abstract dream of wealth to the tangible reality of holding a check or cash in hand that could change your life? This is the bridge to action. Start small, start smart. Examine your coins, seek professional grading, reach out to reputable auction houses, and learn the value of patience and timing. Every step you take moves you closer to unlocking the maximum potential of your coins. And remember, the 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is not just rare, it's a symbol of possibility. It's a reminder that fortune favors those who are attentive, informed, and proactive. Now, let's tie everything together. You've seen the story of discovery, the thrill of potential, the urgency of demand, and the strategy behind selling. You've imagined yourself transforming pocket change into a fortune, navigating auctions, and connecting with collectors who understand the true value of rarity. And now, you know that with knowledge, attention to detail, and decisive action, the 1986 no-mint mark Lincoln penny could be your gateway to wealth. It's not just a coin, it's an opportunity, a challenge, and a promise of what careful observation and timely action can achieve. So, as you reach into your drawer, your wallet, or that old jar of coins, ask yourself, could today be the day you discover a hidden fortune? Could a simple Lincoln penny from 1986 be the key to a life of financial freedom, recognition, and empowerment? How would it feel to transform what once seemed trivial into something extraordinary? How many overlooked coins are waiting for you to recognize their true worth? Imagine this: you're rummaging through a jar of pennies you've kept tucked away in a drawer for years. You casually pick one up, the copper glint catching your eye. It's a 1988 Lincoln 1-cent penny. But wait, something isn't right. There's no mint mark. Your heart skips a beat. Could this ordinary coin be worth thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars? If you've ever dreamed of turning your forgotten pocket change into a life-changing fortune, pay close attention, because this story could change everything. The 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny is one of the most intriguing coin errors in the United States. Most 1988 pennies bear a small D for Denver marking where they were struck. But a tiny fraction escaped the minting process without it. That absence, seemingly insignificant, is what makes this coin a goldmine for collectors. You see, rarity drives desire. When something is rare, collectors fight over it, and the stakes? Astronomical. Picture auction rooms where bidders compete fiercely, each whispering, "I must have it," while your coin could sit in their hands for tens of thousands of dollars. The fear of missing out is real, and you can feel it in your chest even now. How does a humble penny, something we throw into a fountain or leave behind at a cashier, become the ticket to wealth? It's not magic, it's strategy. Understanding the market, recognizing the error, and knowing how to sell at the right moment can turn your drawer of coins into a fortune. Did you know that collectors pay maximum dollar amounts for pristine examples? And not just random collectors, serious investors, auction houses, and even museums are on the hunt. The demand is extraordinary. Your coin isn't just copper, it's a key to unlocking financial opportunities you may have never imagined. Now, you might be asking yourself, how do I know if my penny is a no-mint mark? How do I sell it without getting cheated? How can I make millions from coins like these? These are the very questions that can either keep someone stuck in ignorance or catapult them into opportunity. First, examine your coin carefully. The mint mark, or lack thereof, sits just beneath the date on the obverse side, near Lincoln's shoulder. No D, no S, that's the red flag, the golden signal for collectors. It's like finding a hidden treasure in plain sight, and here's where excitement kicks in. Let's pause for a moment. Have you ever felt that mix of disbelief and adrenaline when discovering something of immense value? That feeling is priceless, and it's exactly why people flock to auctions, coin shows, and online marketplaces hunting for these errors. Imagine listing your coin in an auction and watching the price climb higher with each bid. Heart racing, hands slightly sweaty, each second stretching into eternity. This is no exaggeration, it's the thrill of the coin collecting world. And it's not just for the wealthy. People like you and me, armed with knowledge and a bit of patience, can step into this arena and compete. Here's a little secret. Coins like the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny are in high demand, especially among collectors who specialize in error coins. And demand always equals opportunity. The United States has a history of minting mistakes, small variations that slip through quality control, unnoticed at first, but when recognized, these errors are priceless. This is your chance to turn what may have seemed like insignificant pocket change into a serious investment. The question isn't whether these coins are valuable, the question is, are you ready to act before someone else snatches your treasure? You might be wondering, what if I'm too late? What if my coin isn't perfect? Relax, perfection is a spectrum, and even slightly circulated examples can attract huge offers, especially if the mint mark is missing. Condition matters, yes, but rarity drives the conversation. Coins that escape the Denver Mint unnoticed are extremely scarce, and scarcity breeds competition. That's why some of these pennies are currently selling at maximum dollar values, fetching sums that would make ordinary investors do a double take. Here's a funny thought. Imagine explaining to your friends that the little coin you found under your couch cushion could make you richer than a lottery winner. They'd probably laugh. But that laughter is your pattern interrupt. The coin is humble, almost comical in its everyday appearance, yet its potential? Monumental. From pocket change to millions, the transformation is real, and it starts with recognizing what you hold in your hand. So how do you actually sell such a coin and ensure you get top dollar? That's where knowledge and strategy intersect. First, authenticate it. Reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC can certify your penny as a genuine error coin. Certification builds trust with buyers, especially serious collectors and auction houses. Think about it, would you bid thousands on a coin that might be fake? Exactly. Once certified, your coin can enter auctions, private sales, or online marketplaces where collectors from across the country compete. And here's a critical point: timing matters. Markets fluctuate, and knowing when the moment is right can dramatically influence the final sale price. Have you ever asked yourself, how do coin collectors spot these opportunities before anyone else? The answer is simple: education and awareness. Following coin communities, attending shows, and reading up on mint histories give you the edge. It's like having insider knowledge in a game where millions are at stake. And here's the emotional kicker: every day you wait, someone else could be snapping up these opportunities. Fear of missing out isn't just a feeling, it's a real motivator in the coin world. Now let's connect the dots. That 1988 Lincoln penny, seemingly ordinary, embodies rare opportunity, historical intrigue, and financial potential all in one small package. When you consider how many people casually discard pennies, the magnitude of what you hold becomes clear. You aren't just selling a coin, you're offering access to history, rarity, and a chance at wealth. Imagine a wealthy collector holding your coin, appreciating its story, its uniqueness, and then bidding fiercely to make it theirs. That scenario isn't fantasy, it's everyday reality for those who know how to navigate the coin market. Let's talk urgency. Every second you hesitate, other collectors are out there hunting. Have you ever had that sinking feeling that a great deal slipped through your fingers? That's exactly what can happen if you don't act. Coins like this don't sit idle for long. They're constantly changing hands, moving through auctions, and escalating in value. The market is competitive, fast-paced, and incredibly rewarding for those who act decisively. And think about this: the story doesn't end at selling. Each successful sale opens doors to more opportunities, collecting other rare coins, diversifying into gold and silver, even exploring historical artifacts. Selling that one penny could be the catalyst for a portfolio that grows into a multi-million-dollar legacy. How amazing is that? From the forgotten corners of your wallet to commanding maximum dollar values, the journey is thrilling, inspiring, and achievable. So here's the final takeaway: don't underestimate the power of a single coin. That 1988 no-mint mark Lincoln penny represents potential beyond what most can even imagine. It's a story of rarity, excitement, and financial possibility wrapped in copper. Every coin has a story, and every coin has a buyer willing to pay top dollar for the right one. The question isn't whether your coin has value, the question is, are you ready to turn knowledge into action and unlock your financial fortune? Imagine picking up a coin from your pocket change and realizing it could be worth more than your car, more than your vacation, maybe even a small fortune. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? But for collectors and savvy investors across the United States, this dream is very real. Today, we're uncovering the hidden treasure behind one of America's most fascinating and highly sought-after coins, the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent. Yes, that tiny penny sitting in your drawer could be a doorway to unimaginable wealth. Are you ready to find out how to turn what seems ordinary into extraordinary? The story of this coin begins in the bustling mints of the United States, where millions of Lincoln cents were produced in 1991. Yet, amidst this mass production, a small number of coins were struck without the standard mint mark. No D, no S, just a flawless, ordinary-looking penny hiding a rare secret. You might wonder, why would anyone care about a missing letter on such a tiny coin? Well, that missing mark transforms an everyday penny into a rarity that collectors hunt with unrelenting passion. Imagine owning a coin that could instantly set you apart in the elite world of numismatics. Now, let's pause for a moment. Think about the coins you've brushed off over the years. Maybe they were tossed in jars, drawers, or under couch cushions. Could one of them be this elusive 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln cent? The excitement of discovery is what fuels the coin market. 1 minute, you're sipping coffee, the next, you're holding a coin that could fetch thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars at auction. And yes, collectors would pay top dollar for it. The fear of missing out is real. Every day, someone else is uncovering these treasures while others let them slip through their fingers. Are you going to be the one left behind? Here's a pattern interrupt for you. If you've ever joked that pennies are useless, think again. This coin proves just how wrong that idea is. From pocket change to millions, yes, that's not an exaggeration, you could be sitting on a fortune without ever knowing it. But how does a coin with no mint mark achieve such astronomical value? The answer lies in scarcity and demand. The fewer there are, the more collectors are willing to pay. And right now, the 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent is in exceptionally high demand, making it one of the most valuable pennies in modern coin collecting. So, how do you know if you have one? This is where your detective skills come into play. Examine the coin carefully. The absence of a mint mark at the usual spot beneath the date is your first clue. But authenticity matters, because the coin market is serious business. Collectors and dealers look for coins that are not only rare but also in pristine condition. Slight scratches or wear can impact value, but even moderately circulated coins can fetch impressive sums if they carry this rare error. And when it comes to selling, knowing how to market the coin properly can make the difference between a good sale and a record-breaking one. Have you ever wondered how to sell old rare coins safely and profitably in the US? Or how to turn a forgotten coin collection into a lucrative investment? Let's dive deeper into the allure of this coin. Every time a collector holds a 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, they aren't just holding metal, they're holding history, rarity, and potential. Picture the auction room, the tension, the raised paddles, the bidding wars that can push a penny's price into the stratosphere. That same coin, once overlooked, could now make headlines. Can you feel the thrill? That excitement is what drives the market, and it's why so many Americans are rediscovering coins in their drawers, garages, and safes. The urgency is real. Coins like these don't stay hidden forever. Now, here's a little secret: you don't have to be a professional numismatist to benefit. Ordinary people, just like you, have turned their spare change into life-changing money. From learning how to identify rare coins, consulting with reputable auction houses, to understanding the market trends, the path to wealth is clear if you act with knowledge and confidence. Imagine walking into an auction shop, a coin in your hand, and walking out knowing that what was once ordinary has just transformed your financial story. Questions you might ask yourself: how can I sell old and rare coins in the USA? What is the value of my penny at auction? How can I safely make money from coins that others overlook? These are exactly the questions every collector and investor faces, and the answers are both exciting and lucrative. Let's consider the current market. The 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent has become a sensation. Collectors are eager, auctions are competitive, and dealers are offering maximum dollars for verified coins. This isn't just hype, it's a tangible opportunity to claim a piece of financial history. And the best part? You could act today. Every day coins enter circulation, every day someone discovers a hidden gem. Will you be the one to let your coin sit unnoticed, or will you step into a world where pennies tell stories worth fortunes? Here's another moment to reset your attention. Did you know that some people have walked past coins worth tens of thousands of dollars simply because they didn't realize their value? That's right, from simple pocket change to priceless collectibles, awareness is everything. Think about it, you could have multiple coins in a jar that collectively rival the value of rare artwork. And yet, the excitement of discovery doesn't end with identification, it's only amplified when you understand how to sell and maximize your returns. Have you considered who to approach, which auction houses specialize in rare coins, or how to negotiate the highest price for your treasure? These are the very steps that transform curiosity into wealth. Now, imagine the endgame. You verified your 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent, presented it to the right collectors or auction, and witnessed the bidding climb. Each raised paddle, each new offer, fills you with a mix of excitement and triumph. This coin, once humble, now represents not just money, but opportunity, strategy, and foresight. From pocket change to millions is no longer a figure of speech, it's a real possibility for those willing to explore, learn, and act. Are you ready to be part of this elite group? Before we conclude, let's tie it all together. The 1991 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent is more than a coin, it's a story, a chance, and a doorway to financial empowerment. Scarcity drives demand. Condition dictates value. Awareness and action define success. Every penny in your possession is a potential story waiting to unfold. So ask yourself, are you ready to uncover the hidden treasures in your own collection? Can you transform simple coins into life-changing wealth? How soon will you take action to explore the rare gems that may be right under your nose? The market is waiting, the collectors are eager, and maximum dollars are on the line. Imagine reaching into your pocket and discovering a tiny treasure hiding in plain sight, a coin that could change your life. No, this isn't a scene from a movie or a fantasy, it's real, and it's happening every day in the hands of ordinary Americans just like you. Today, we're diving into one of the most intriguing and highly sought-after coins in the United States, the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln 1 cent penny. A coin that seems so simple, so commonplace, yet quietly, almost invisibly, carries the potential to turn an everyday pocket change into a fortune. Have you ever wondered how a single penny could hold such power? Or how something so small could command thousands of dollars at auction? Well, the story behind this coin is as fascinating as the fortune it represents, and by the end of this video, you might never look at your loose change the same way again. Let's start with the story, because every great treasure has one. The Lincoln 1 cent penny has been a symbol of American currency since 1909, a coin that connects generations, history, and legacy. But the 1994 edition is not just another penny, it's a rare gem in a sea of ordinary coins. Why? Because the 1994 no-mint mark penny contains a subtle yet critical error, one that makes it incredibly rare and incredibly valuable. Imagine holding a coin that was mistakenly struck in Philadelphia but bears no mint mark. It's like holding a secret key to a treasure chest that almost nobody knows exists. The thrill of rarity is what drives collectors into a frenzy. And here's a little secret, while millions of pennies were minted in 1994, only a very few slipped through the system unmarked. Can you feel the excitement yet? This isn't just collecting coins, it's discovering hidden history in your own hands. Now, let's break it down for a moment. How can a single penny be worth thousands, even tens of thousands, in today's market? The answer lies in the worlds of scarcity, demand, and condition. Collectors are always hunting for coins that tell a story, coins that carry a twist in the tale. And the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is the perfect example. It represents a moment in time, a printing error that was never meant to exist, and that rarity makes it a star. Just imagine walking into a high-end auction house, placing this coin under the light, and watching experts marvel at its perfection. Could it really be yours? How many times have you overlooked pennies in your wallet, only to wonder if one of them might secretly be a treasure? Here's where it gets even more intriguing. You might be asking, how do I even sell something like this, or where would I find the right buyer? The truth is, rare coins like the 1994 no-mint mark penny are in high demand in the United States. From private collectors to prestigious auction houses, people are constantly seeking coins with a story and a value that can soar into the tens of thousands. And the best part? Selling doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to wait for decades or hold on to it forever. Once you recognize its value, the right opportunity can bring your penny to market and convert it into real cash. But here's a pattern interrupt for you. Did you know some people have literally made millions by selling coins they found in change jars, drawers, or old collections? It's true. What if your next trip to the grocery store or your couch cushions held more than spare change? Could that forgotten penny be your ticket to a life of wealth you only dreamed about? Let's dive deeper into the emotional side of this journey. Picture the excitement, the thrill, even a hint of fear. Fear that you might miss out on a chance of a lifetime, or that someone else could claim the treasure you hold in your hands. That urgency is real, because collectors move fast, and every coin has a story to tell. The 1994 no-mint mark penny doesn't just sit quietly in a drawer, it demands attention. And with that attention comes value. You might ask yourself, how do I know if my coin is genuine, or how do I authenticate it to maximize its worth? Those questions are natural. The key is understanding the market, consulting experts, and recognizing that even small imperfections, or the absence of a mint mark, can dramatically increase the coin's value. But let's pause for a moment and ask something a little humorous. When was the last time a penny made you feel rich? Most of us toss them into jars, barely noticing them. Yet here we are, talking about a single 1994 penny that could be worth more than your monthly paycheck. Isn't it wild how something so overlooked can hold unimaginable potential? That's the magic of rare coins. They teach us to see value where others see none, to find fortune hidden in the mundane. And if you're asking, how do I even start selling old coins in the USA? The answer is closer than you think. From specialized coin dealers to certified auction houses, there's an entire ecosystem designed to connect sellers with the highest paying buyers. Now, let's connect the dots. Imagine this: you discover a 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in a drawer of coins inherited from a relative. You carefully inspect it, authenticate it, and suddenly realize it's one of the rare few in existence. The excitement builds, the heart races. You research online, learning about past auction sales and seeing coins like yours selling for tens of thousands of dollars. How does it feel to realize that your pocket change, overlooked for years, could now be a once-in-a-lifetime windfall? And the next question naturally arises: how do I turn this discovery into a real profit? How do I navigate auctions, private sales, and offers to ensure I get the maximum dollar? Let's take a moment to imagine the endgame. You've done your research, contacted the right collectors, and finally placed your coin on the auction block. The gavel comes down, the crowd holds its breath, and the hammer falls. Your 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, once an unassuming piece of copper, now transforms into a sum of money that could change your life. That is the power of rarity, the allure of collectibles, and the magic of history in your hands. And here's the ultimate takeaway: from pocket changes to millions, the journey of a coin mirrors the journey of opportunity. Small, often overlooked beginnings can lead to extraordinary outcomes if you recognize their value and act with knowledge and confidence. But let's circle back for a moment and ask the questions every viewer wants answered. How do I start? How do I ensure my coin reaches the highest bidder? How do I make money from coins without falling into scams? These questions are the bridge between curiosity and action. Start by organizing your coins, looking for key dates and mint marks, or missing mint marks, like the 1994 penny. Consult reputable coin grading services. Research recent auction results to understand market value. And remember, patience is important, but urgency is equally critical. Rare coins are a seller's market, and timing can make all the difference between a decent payout and a record-breaking sale. Finally, let's end with a vision. Picture your life after discovering a coin like the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. You've turned ordinary coins into extraordinary wealth, secured a place in the collector's world, and perhaps even inspired friends and family to look at their own coins with new eyes. From that simple penny in your pocket, you've unlocked history, wealth, and opportunity. Could your next treasure be hiding in your spare change? How many fortunes are waiting unnoticed in your own home, waiting for the keen eye, the bold decision, and the courage to act? Imagine reaching into your pocket one day and pulling out a coin that could change your life forever. You look down at a shiny little penny, and then it hits you: this is no ordinary coin. This is a 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny, a rare gem that has collectors across the United States searching high and low. Have you ever wondered if the coins sitting forgotten in your jar or under your sofa cushions could be worth more than your car, more than your mortgage? What if your pocket change could be the key to a wealthy lifestyle you've always dreamed of? It starts with curiosity. What makes a 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny so extraordinary? The first thing to understand is that this coin is not like the millions of others minted that year. Mistakes happen in every production line, even in coin mints. And sometimes, these mistakes can turn ordinary coins into extraordinary treasures. This penny is one of those mistakes. Unlike its common counterparts, the 2001 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is extremely rare. And rarity, as any collector will tell you, drives value. But how rare is rare? Well, imagine thousands of coins produced every single day across the United States, yet only a handful make it into existence without that tiny letter indicating their mint. That small omission is what can turn a humble cent into a life-changing asset. Now, let's take a moment to picture it. You walk into a coin shop, casually dropping this penny on the counter. The dealer looks at it, then does a double take. Their eyes widen, a pause, a sharp intake of breath. You can almost feel the electricity in the room. Because in that instant, they recognize what you might not fully realize: this penny is worth big money. How do you sell old, rare coins like this? Where do you even start? And more importantly, how do you ensure you're getting the maximum dollar for something that could be the key to your financial freedom? The journey of a coin like this is a story in itself. From its creation in the United States Mint to ending up in your hands, it has survived a world of change, from pocket to pocket, perhaps forgotten in a drawer for decades. But now, the tables have turned. This coin has potential, not just monetary potential, but transformational potential. It's a reminder that wealth sometimes comes from the most unexpected places. Have you ever stopped to think that your next fortune might literally be sitting under your couch cushions? Or tucked away in that old coin jar you forgot to empty? Before you panic, thinking you've missed the opportunity, let's talk about why timing matters. In the world of coin collecting, excitement and urgency are key. Every day, more collectors are searching, more buyers are bidding, and more coins like this one disappear from circulation. If you want to turn a humble 2001 Lincoln penny into real money, waiting could cost you dearly. Picture an auction house, the room buzzing with anticipation. The gavel strikes, and suddenly, a simple coin transforms into tens of thousands of dollars, or even more. How do you get your coin into those auctions? How do you ensure it is graded correctly, presented in a way that maximizes interest and demand? These are the questions that separate ordinary collectors from the truly wealthy ones. Let's take a brief detour. Have you ever thought about the humor in the idea that a coin you might step over in the street could be worth more than your paycheck? Yes, it's true. And it's also the kind of thought that jolts you awake to opportunity. People laugh when they first hear it, but the moment they see a 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny listed in an auction for a fortune, the laughter turns into awe. How would you feel knowing that your pocket change could be worth more than your car? More than a year of salary? This is not a fantasy. This is reality for those who understand the market, the rarity, and the value of these remarkable coins. The key to unlocking that value lies in knowledge. How to sell old, rare coins is not something you stumble upon, you learn it. You learn about grading, authenticity, and the subtle cues that make a coin priceless. How to make money from coins isn't a secret reserved for billionaires, it's available to anyone willing to pay attention. Collectors, dealers, and auction houses are always hunting for coins like the 2001 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, and the right knowledge can put you at the center of that lucrative market. From pocket changes to millions, the path is clear once you know the signs of rarity and how to leverage them. Imagine the thrill of checking the current market value of this penny. What would it mean for your lifestyle if the numbers on that screen were life-changing? How does it feel to realize that a coin you almost threw away could be worth a fortune? Right now, the demand is high. Collectors across the US and even internationally are on the lookout for these rare treasures. And in this very moment, someone is willing to pay maximum dollar for a coin like yours. Are you ready to claim what is rightfully yours? Connecting the dots from discovery to selling, the journey becomes clear. First, identify the rarity. Then, authenticate and grade your coin to showcase its value. Next, choose the right platform to sell, be it an auction shop, an online marketplace for high-value coins, or a direct sale to a private collector. Each step increases your chance of getting maximum dollar. How to sell old and rare coins in the USA is about more than just finding a buyer, it's about creating a sense of exclusivity, showcasing the rarity, and generating excitement that compels buyers to act quickly. And let's pause for a moment to consider the emotional side of this journey. Fear can be a motivator, the fear of missing out, the fear of leaving money on the table, the fear that someone else will cash in on what could have been yours. Excitement drives action, the excitement of discovery, the thrill of auction bidding, the rush of seeing a rare coin sell for more than you ever imagined. Urgency creates momentum, the urgency to act before the market shifts, before the coin disappears into someone else's collection, before it's too late. When fear, excitement, and urgency converge, you have a recipe for life-changing opportunity. Now, imagine the final act, your penny, now authenticated, graded, and presented to the world. An auction begins. The room is silent, everyone's eyes locked on a small slab of plastic holding your coin. Bids start, and each one climbs higher and higher. You watch as the price goes from hundreds to thousands, and finally, the maximum dollar you could have hoped for is reached. The excitement, the validation, the sense of triumph, it's exhilarating. How does it feel to know that your knowledge, your attention, and your action have turned a small, forgotten penny into a fortune, and the story doesn't end there? This coin is a reminder of what's possible. It teaches patience, awareness, and the power of opportunity. How many other coins are out there, waiting to be discovered? How many hidden treasures lie in jars, drawers, and pocket change, ready to transform lives? The 2001 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is more than a collectible, it's a symbol of possibility, a testament to the fact that wealth can appear in the most unexpected forms. So, ask yourself, are you ready to take action? Are you ready to turn your pocket change into something extraordinary? How to sell old, rare coins is knowledge within your grasp. From discovering the coin, understanding its rarity, authenticating and grading it, to navigating auctions and connecting with eager collectors, the path is clear for those who are willing to step forward. Your coin could be the key to unlocking financial freedom, living the life you've always dreamed of, and creating stories of wealth and success that others only imagine. Imagine reaching into your pocket one morning and discovering a coin that could change your life forever. Not just any coin, a humble 2017 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny, but one that could be worth thousands, even tens of thousands of dollars to the right collector. You might be asking yourself, could something as ordinary as a penny really hold such extraordinary value? Well, today, we're diving deep into a rare coin era that has captured the attention of collectors across the United States, a coin that is not just currency, but a potential doorway to wealth. Are you ready to discover how a single coin from your pocket change could unlock financial freedom and transform your lifestyle? Because what you're about to learn is more than history, it's opportunity knocking at your door. The 2017 D. Lincoln 1-cent penny might look like any other coin in your change jar, but not all pennies are created equal. Some carry errors so rare that they command premium prices at auctions, online marketplaces, and specialized coin shops. You may be thinking, an error coin. Isn't that just a small misprint? And yes, technically it is, but let me tell you why collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums for these tiny imperfections. A minting error, whether a doubled die, a misplaced mint mark, or a striking anomaly, makes a coin unique. And in the world of coin collecting, uniqueness equals demand, and demand equals money. Imagine owning a piece of history that is so scarce, collectors are actively hunting for it, willing to pay top dollar for the chance to hold it in their hands. You might wonder, how does a 2017 D penny become so valuable? The secret lies in rarity, condition, and provenance. While millions of pennies are minted every year, only a few leave the U.S. Mint with errors, and even fewer survive in near-perfect condition. The D mint mark from Denver, on a Lincoln penny, might look ordinary, but when it's part of a specific error, it becomes an instant treasure. Think about this, a coin that was produced in your local city, perhaps passed from pocket to pocket unnoticed, could now be worth a sum that most people only dream of seeing in their bank accounts. How thrilling is that thought? From a simple, everyday object to a potential fortune, it's the American dream minted in copper and zinc, but here's the kicker, the window to take advantage of this opportunity isn't open forever. Every day, more collectors find the coins they've been searching for, and the market value climbs steadily. Imagine you found one of these rare 2017 D pennies today. Would you sell it immediately at the first offer, or would you wait, knowing that every month it could be fetching even higher bids at auction? Timing is everything. And that's why the collector's market moves so fast. Those who hesitate might just miss their chance at a small fortune hidden in plain sight. Are you asking yourself right now, how do I sell old, rare coins in the USA and get top dollar? That's exactly what we're uncovering in this journey. Let's pause for a moment. Picture opening your jewelry box, only to find it full of coins like this, coins you've saved from loose change, forgotten birthdays, or casual pocket change. What if I told you that among them could be a coin worth more than your car, more than your vacation, even more than some people earn in a year? Sounds unbelievable, right? But that's precisely how the coin world works. These rare 2017 Lincoln pennies are in high demand, and savvy collectors are searching tirelessly, ready to pay maximum dollar to secure one. The excitement isn't just in owning history, it's in realizing that your ordinary daily life could suddenly intersect with extraordinary fortune. You might laugh, thinking, me? Selling a penny for thousands? That's crazy. But here's the pattern. It's not crazy, it's happening every single day. Millions of Americans unknowingly possess valuable coins in their drawers, jars, and wallets. The question is, are you ready to be one of the smart few who take action? And if you're thinking, I have no idea how to sell old rare coins, don't worry. From pocket change to millions, the path is navigable. You can sell to professional coin dealers, online auction platforms, or specialty coin shops. Each has its advantages, and knowing where to sell can dramatically increase the amount you receive. How do you find the best auction house or dealer? That's where research and timing come into play. Now, let's dive into the story of the coin itself. The Lincoln penny has been a symbol of American perseverance since its introduction in 1909. The 2017 edition is part of a long lineage, and yet, it carries a modern twist, a mint era that makes it rare and highly sought after. Imagine being a collector, scanning through boxes of pennies, and suddenly spotting that one anomaly, a mint mark slightly off, a double die that catches the light in a unique way. That spark of discovery is pure excitement. It's the same thrill that drives collectors to compete at auctions, sometimes paying more than $100,000 for a single coin. And you could be holding that thrill in your pocket right now. Here's another question to consider: what makes this penny era so appealing? Is it the rarity, the potential financial gain, or the story it tells? The answer is all of the above. Every coin has a narrative: the year it was minted, the hands it passed through, the places it has traveled. When collectors purchase a rare coin, they aren't just buying metal, they're buying a piece of history, a tangible connection to the past, and a chance at prestige within the collector community. So, when you think about selling your 2017 penny, remember, you're not just selling copper and zinc, you're selling opportunity, excitement, and history all wrapped in a single coin. Let's be honest, the fear of missing out is real. Imagine learning tomorrow that someone else sold a 2017 Lincoln penny era for the maximum dollar, a figure you could have earned. The regret would sting. That's why acting now is critical. Every moment you wait, the market shifts, and collectors move closer to finding the coins they desire. Ask yourself, do you want to be the person who let opportunity slip away, or the one who seized it and transformed a simple penny into a life-changing moment? That sense of urgency isn't hype, it's the reality of a market where timing and knowledge determine success. And here's a light-hearted reset for your attention: who knew a penny could be more exciting than your morning coffee? But here's the truth: this isn't about caffeine, it's about capitalizing on a real financial opportunity hiding in plain sight. You might even chuckle imagining showing a friend a penny and saying, "This little guy. Worth more than my car." It's humorous, yes, but entirely possible. Now, if you're asking, how can I make money from coins like this? The answer is simple: research, authenticate, and sell smartly. First, identify coins with mint errors, unusual markings, or misprints. Next, ensure their condition is preserved, ideally through grading by recognized organizations. Finally, sell through reputable channels, online auctions, certified coin dealers, or established coin shops. Each step adds credibility, boosts demand, and ultimately maximizes the dollar you receive. You see, turning coins into wealth isn't luck, it's strategy, patience, and insight.